Let's talk about that because you did the math for us. Obviously, $400 million liquid isn't going to solve this $540 million problem and counting. So, how does he come up with the money here? Paint us a picture.
So Donald Trump has called himself the king of debt, right? And the article, my reporting shows that he has a opportunity to embrace that title once again. He could borrow. He has about $1.1 billion of mortgage-free real estate in his overall portfolio that he could easily borrow against. He could take out a mortgage against Mar-A-Lago. He could take out a mortgage against a variety of different New York real estate. He could take a mortgage out against any of his many golf courses in the United States and around the world. He could borrow that money, take the mortgage money, and use that to reduce the amount he has to dip into his cash pile for, or he could borrow all of it and then put it into the escrow account like he needs to, and there you go. And the second thing he could do is he could actually use some of this real estate because it's unencumbered. It's a little bit easier to use here as collateral for a bond if he were to need that as well.
So, what you're saying is technically the former president does not have to sell any of his properties to come up with this cash?
Correct. Yes. I would be surprised if he went that route.
And he has, as you stated, a $1.1 billion real estate portfolio. Talk to us a little bit more about this. What are some of the properties included there?
So like I said, it's about $1.1 billion. That's out of about, as of Forbes' last estimates, these were done by Dan Alexander. That's out of about 1.75 billion of total real estate assets. But about 1.1 is mortgage free, and the biggest one in there is Mar-A-Lago, which Forbes estimates is worth around $300 million. That's a conservative estimate that Forbes has there. And then additionally, he's got 10 golf courses in the United States that are collectively worth about $260 million. He's got 3 golf courses in Scotland and Ireland that are worth a little less than $100 million. He's got mortgage-free real estate in New York. He's got mortgage-free real estate in Las Vegas, in California. He's got stuff all over the country that he can draw on here.
So he's got stuff all over the map, but there are potential hurdles if he doesn't sell to borrowing against his properties. Can you walk us through those?
Yeah, so I'll note 2 hurdles. The first one is, he has what seems like a bit of an emotional attachment to some of these properties, right? So something like Mar-a-Lago, something like his Trump Tower penthouse. Those haven't had debt on them in a long time. I wouldn't be shocked if he was a little hesitant to borrow against those properties. The bigger barrier, though, is definitely going to be one of the other things that the judge ruled in this fraud case, which is that he is barred from taking a loan from any financial institution that is chartered by or registered with the New York Department of Financial Services. New York is the financial capital of the country, probably the financial capital of the world. A lot of banks do business in New York. So if you're a bank and you have a lot of operations in New York, it's going to be more difficult for you to loan to Donald Trump now. That is actually the subject of my reporting right now. That's what I'm looking into. So seeing which of his former lenders he might be able to look at.